and welcome to your May 2018 Love Reading with Divine Love Tarot. I want to welcome you if this is your first time, or if you're a return viewer, not a video, a return viewer or a subscriber. I want to say thank you, and I hope this message resonates for you. And if not, I would encourage you to check out your rising sign, your Venus sign, and your moon sign, because sometimes those planets are more prominent in your chart. All right, Aquarius. I'm sorry. I just did the Aries video. This is take 2 for you guys because for some reason the sound did not upload or attach to your video. So that really, really sucked because it was a really good reading. But you know what? I'm going to do it again, because I feel like you guys needed those messages, okay? So the first card we have is going to represent your current energy, Aquarius, and we've got the Six of Swords. So the Six of Swords can indicate that you are ready to move away from something, or you are in the process of moving on from something, that you're getting over some past hurt, that you're moving on to someone else, okay? And usually with the Six of Swords, it can indicate that there's someone in the wings waiting, okay? This person's waiting to help you move away from whatever situation. So it's like you're running into the arms of a new lover. If you've just met somebody, okay, then you might want to take things slow or just not get too excited, because the Six of Swords can indicate that they may not stick around, okay? They may move on from you. But it can also indicate quality time, okay? The Six of Swords can indicate quality time and just needing a change of pace, okay? Feeling like you're stuck in a rut and you just need to get out of it. And what's your challenge is the Star card in reverse. So your challenge could be oh my gosh. Aquarius. I don't know why every other sign is just coming out in this reading. But your challenge could be that you're not quite feeling yourself. Okay, Aquarius, you're just not feeling yourself because your card is in reverse. This is you. For others, the Star card in reverse represents frustrations. It represents blocks and delays to you getting what you want, okay? It can represent that your self-esteem has issues. You're either way too high or overconfident about something, or it's too low and you have, issues that stem from you not feeling like you're good enough, okay? If your self-esteem is too high, you can have unrealistic expectations about something, okay? So maybe you're ready to move on for something because it's not what you thought it would be, because unrealistically you had expected or hoped for something else, all right? Coming from your past energy, we've got the Emperor. So for some of you, this can indicate that this was a time where you were in control of your love life. You were feeling very stable. Okay, this is, going with your logic of the energy of the Emperor. Maybe this person was controlling and kind of ruled the house. It was his way. Maybe perhaps even your father, their way or the highway. Okay, and maybe that influences your current relationships. Okay, that energy, because maybe you try to channel that energy of the Emperor and it may not necessarily be working for you. So you seem to move on from things because it's just not what you expect, okay? Moving towards your future energy, though, it's looking good because we've got the Nine of Cups. And the Nine of Cups is the card of wish fulfillment. Okay, so with the Nine of Cups, this is emotional contentment. It's getting what you want, all right? Emotional satisfaction, it's happiness. And it doesn't necessarily have to do with a relationship. With the Nine of Cups, it can sometimes indicate that you are emotionally happy within yourself, whether you're single or in a relationship. And that's the best. When you are single and you are content and happy with yourself, that's the best time, because you actually attract better relationships when you're in that frame of mind. Okay, Aquarius, moving on now to what you want, and we have the Knight of Wands in reverse. So this can indicate that the person you want may be a bit of a player, okay? So you want to be careful with who it is that you're interested in, because that can indicate that, you're expecting that you're going to have a relationship with this person, and that's a high expectation for someone who is playing the field or seeing multiple people who is not ready to settle down. All right, so you definitely want to be careful with that. Also, with the Knight of Wands in reverse, you may want to be a player. Okay, you may feel like, you're not ready to settle down. You're moving on from whatever the situation is, and you just want to have some fun. All right, I'm going to pull another card for that position, only because I don't tend to like these cards. I mean, there's nothing wrong with you wanting to be a player, but I'm going to see what else is going on. And we've got temperance, okay? So for some of you, you could be dealing with someone who is a Sagittarius, all right? Maybe you want someone who's a Sagittarius. But the temperance card and the what you want, you long for a relationship that's balanced, but you're also longing to be with the one, okay? You're longing to be with that right partner, that perfect partner. For others, this can also just solidify this Knight of Wands in the reverse about wanting your freedom, okay? Because that's also what temperance can indicate. So you want your freedom to go ahead and be this player, or to, go ahead and see multiple people. Okay, guys? Moving on to your internal factor, we've got the Seven of Swords. So there is some type of trust issue going on here, Aquarius, whether you don't trust someone that you're with or whether they don't trust you. But I feel like this is more you, right? Because this is your internal factor, subconsciously or consciously. Okay, so you're having some issues with trust. You think someone is not being honest with you. You think somebody's, trying to pull one over with you. You're very suspicious. Um, you could be even be, cunning and calculating right now, okay? But this is definitely, when I see this, especially internal factors, I think this is trust issues. And for those of you who are having issues with your self-esteem, then that can definitely indicate when you are not feeling your best, you're always suspicious of what other people are doing. For some Aquariuses, this is just validation, because if you are wanting someone or dealing with someone who's the Knight of Wands in reverse, then you're suspicious that this person is seeing other people because they might be seeing other people. All right, moving on to your advice for this reading, and we've got the Four of Swords in the reverse. So the Four of Swords in the reverse is about taking your time, right, to consider your situation. You need to pull back, gather your thoughts, handle your issues one at a time, okay? But prioritize them, all right? Don't try to tackle everything all at one time. Yes, the Four of Swords in the upright is about rest and retreat, but we're not saying that you should just sit back and do nothing. This is about getting your thoughts together and going after, issues one by one, okay? And it's about taking time to think things through before you commit to anything, all right? If you're not ready to be in a relationship, don't commit to a relationship. If you are ready to be in a relationship, don't commit to a person who's a player. It's those are the kinds of examples about don't commit to something that's going to ultimately not be in your best interest. But I don't think you're really having an issue with that, because in your future, you do have this Nine of Cups, which is the card of wish fulfillment. But also sometimes it's about being careful what you wish for, right? But once we get to the extended reading, we'll clarify that to see what that's really about. Moving on to your external energy, we've got the Queen of Wands, okay? The Queen of Wands can indicate that there's someone in your environment who is very cheerful, who's charming. She could be very sexual. She's passionate. If it's not a person that you're seeing, it could be someone who's trying to give you some advice on your love life and your situations, or someone who has some type of influence. The person could be a Pisces or an Aries. All right, so maybe this is someone who influences how you see a relationship or influences the type of partner that you want in a relationship, okay? But this person wants to be in charge, okay? So just know, anybody who is the Queen of Wands that wants to be in a relationship with you, they want things to go how they want things to go. And that's just how it is, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and move on to the next position, which is your hopes and your fears. And we've got the Nine of Wands. Okay, I don't even know where that came from. I'm looking at the Nine of Cups, the Queen of Wands. This is the Hanged Man. This is the Hangman. I think I just did the Aries video, like I said, and they got the Nine of Wands in that position. So I apologize. This is the Hanged Man, okay? So for some of you, you may want, your hope is to be with this Pisces, whoever it is. So for those of you who are dealing with a Pisces, you really would like to be with this person. But for some of you, the Hangman can just represent a letting go, okay? The hangman represents having patience. It represents a pure heart, represents someone who's willing to sacrifice for love because they believe in love. So I feel like you're wanting to be, or wanting to embody that energy, Aquarius, or you want to meet someone who embodies those qualities, someone who's true, okay? Especially if you've been dealing with people who have not been the most honest with you and who have come across as, not ready to commit, or they're playing the field. You want somebody who's going to be more devoted to you, someone who believes in the same values of love that you believe in. All right, moving on to your outcome though, we got the King of Swords in reverse. So I don't like to see any of the air signs, not the court cards in reverse, because that always represents somebody who's very vindictive, very very irrational. Okay, when we see air sign court cards in reverse, the King of Swords is a spiteful person. They're arrogant, they're manipulating, they're cold. They don't value the opinions or the feelings of other people. Okay, so they could possibly be a Gemini or a Taurus. But the King of Swords in reverse is just a very cold and calculating person. Okay, it's all about what they want. They're very opinionated. They'll wear you out, okay? Very aggressive about how they express themselves. So if this is your energy, Aquarius, you really need to tone it down. And like I said, you won't be so overwhelmed and so irritated if you prioritize, the issues that you need to confront. And if you're unsatisfied with your love situation, then to just go ahead and move on. There's no need to want to be vindictive, or you don't want to put that kind of energy into your out there, because it's just going to come back to you. And if you're dealing with somebody like that, then you just really need to just give them their space and let them calm down, or just like give them permanent space, because you don't need nobody needs to deal with somebody who is borderline crazy whenever they don't get their way or whenever they're upset. All right, Aquarius. So that has been your love reading. I know it went a little bit quickly, but like I said, I did this before, so I pretty much knew what to expect for each position. But I do hope that this resonated with you. If it did, you can go ahead and check out the extended, where I pull clarifiers for certain positions to get a little bit of more information. And if you would like a personal reading, then go ahead and contact me directly. My email address is divinelovetarot@gmail.com. And also my information is in the description bar below, okay? So I will see you guys at the next video.